Igal, Man United, any chance in your opinion of winning the Premier League title?
If you guys have referees helping you out from getting your players sent off, like today when Bruno should have been sent off.
Igal, shut up.
Shut up, Igal. Shut up, Igal.
Everyone here, everyone on the stream, no one mentioned it yet. I wanted to see if you guys were going to mention it. Bruno Fernandes fully stepped on the back of Xhaka's leg. Imagine if that was Xhaka. He would have been deported. Real talk.
No, that's done, but
stop crying.
That's not a red, though.
Crying, bro.
That's not a red, though.
He didn't even get booked
today.
He didn't even
get
booked.
The referee know there was 2 teams playing today. Because anytime a Man United player sneezed on an Arsenal fan, we got booked. Is that what you want to talk about? The referee must forget that there was 2 teams today, bro.
I don't know in what world PAR looks at that.
1 second, guys, everyone, 1 second. Bits and bobs. Guys, this is a technical thing. Can you speak a little further away from your mic or change your mic volumes? It's just distorting when you're doing it, bro. That's all I'm saying. Igal, the reason why we haven't spoke about the red card is when on this show do we focus on refereeing decisions, really? Massively. We don't. That's why it's not a football terrorist thing. This is not a bitch channel where we say, oh, referees cost us games. No, it happens, bruv. What about like it wasn't Lacazette. What about, I can't remember what player it was. Once that was Xhaka. Hand in the face of Rashford when he was running through on a ball. It stepped in front of him to stop him beating him and put his arm in his face. We're not crying about that because that ain't why Man United didn't win today. Reason that you crying for red cards is a madness, Igal. But that wasn't my question. Can Man United win the league title?
No. You're Man City are too far ahead of you, and they're a better team, and they're just going to keep going. I don't think you guys are going to win this year.
Okay. And you really think, I'll go to it again. So you think Bruno Fernandes should have been sent off?
I think at least he should have got a yellow. I don't know how he got away with not even getting a yellow card for that. That was at least a yellow card offense, if not a red. How is the man stepping on the back of the leg?
VAR's job. That's not VAR's job.
No, I agree with it. Referee should have given a yellow, but obviously VAR can't award a yellow. But I do agree. It was a yellow card.
It was a yellow card. I don't want to hear no red nonsense. It was a yellow.
No. But how is it not even booked?
How's it not even booked? Because you know why? Because the ref didn't give it. You know what I'm saying? That is it.
What I would say to you is, not one Arsenal player even appealed. Xhaka just got up and shook his hand. So that also plays into a referee's mind. What's the reaction? If Xhaka would have screamed and rolled and the players ran up to him, maybe, but not even the Arsenal players felt it was that bad a foul. But yet you're out here crying about it, Gal. What's wrong with you?
I'm not crying about it. I'm just showing you guys. If you guys have a blueprint to winning the league, is if the referees keep helping you like this.
No, but Igal, the reason he didn't get booked is because the ref didn't give an initial yellow, and VAR doesn't give yellow cards, and he didn't go and view it either. So there was no way he could give a yellow anyway. So I don't know why you're complaining about it. You know the rules. The rules are the same for everyone. So sitting here saying that if the refs help Man United, it doesn't make any sense because they do it to everyone.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So
you know what?
I think referee decisions, is that going to affect Arsenal's push for top 4?
I think it already has. If we would have got a penalty against Leeds, we could have won that game. Right?
Bro, let me give you an example about how the inconsistencies here. We don't moan about referees here because, as I say, that's a weak man's job to moan about an outside factor damaging their team. You know, if I don't make a sale at work, it's my fault. I'm a man. I own it, right? Alpha still, baby. What I'm saying to you is this. Well, that little push, the nudge in the back, not trying to win the ball of Cedric on Bruno Fernandes when the cross came in. That was no different in terms of an offence when Maguire put his hand in the nudged in the back of a defender when he went up to win a header. Same thing. You are not trying to win the ball and you barge a man in the back in one way, shape, or form. I don't think either are fouls, but yet one went against us, one went for you. This notion that Man United get all the decisions in their favour. What about just a few days ago, where Billy Sharp almost rugby tackles our goalkeeper, jumps into him with his shoulder, goes through the air like a flying salmon, and stops the hair jumping. 5 minutes later, their goalie smashes into the back of Slabhead, and because Slabhead's so big and strong, he falls over. We have it disallowed. This notion that Man United get all of these decisions is mad. And as I say, Maguire touching a player on the back to stop him from... The only reason Maguire didn't touch that guy, he'd already headed the ball. It was so he didn't put all his weight through his back and nearly break his neck. It's no different to the foul that Cedric made on Bruno today. But I think giving either of them would be very, very weak indeed. So everyone going, Terry, you're reaching. I'm not reaching. They're both technically fouls, but but they shouldn't be given. So this nonsense that, oh, Arsenal don't get anything, Man United get it all, is a lie, guys. An absolute weak lie.
I'm talking about that one moment. The other stuff.
Why are you bringing it up for then?
Listen, moving back on. Do you guys genuinely believe that you guys outplayed us today?
No.
Yeah, no, yes, they did. Yes, they did.
No,
yes, they
great
did.
better chance.
No. Yes, they did.
I think we did. I don't think anyone outplayed each other. I don't think anyone outplayed each other. It was just a 50-50 game. We had better chances. We didn't take them. You hit the crossbar. You had shots blocked. That's all it is. 50-50, and that's it.
I thought Man United were comfortably.
You know what? This is why I asked the question. Because you guys basically played your best 11, most likely. This is pretty much your best 11, except for if you had Greenwood or actual right winger actually on the pitch, right? Now, in that case, you faced an Arsenal team with no Aubameyang, no Tierney, right? And also, who else was missing? Aubameyang, no Tierney, and Saka, right? So those three. And arguably, our best players have been Saka and Tierney all season. So if you couldn't beat us today, and you got a draw against us, who you guys always, all the whole season making fun of, I don't really think you guys can go push on and take this title and take the season by the scruff.
We're not saying we played well.
We can't win the title.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but we've beaten better teams than you this year. It's like I said,
all season though.
Exactly.
What?
You haven't beaten us in like 2 years now.
So
but we're better than you.
Like Arsenal are the gatekeepers.
Like I've said before, you've beaten. Hang on a minute, but you've beaten Liverpool twice in the last couple of years. That means you're better than them as well. That's not how football works, bro. Like, you know what I mean? If England beat the world champion, if England beat France in a competitive game of football, does that suddenly mean that we're world champions? No,
but Terry, don't try to flip it. This used to be Manchester United, a team where every season when the season begins, I know that that's 3 points dropped already because we're gonna lose to them at least once this season.
Hang on, KJ. But what's your point? What's your point though? I don't get your point.
My point is, in order for you guys to have an actual title challenge, you have to have a level of consistency against the small teams and the big teams, and you have not had that against us this season.
Against you, yes, but do you want to know something? When Man United were at their peak in from the mid-90s to the early noughties, before Chelsea had money, you do realize our record against Chelsea before Abramovich was bang average to terrible, especially away from home. So even the treble-winning teams struggled against Chelsea. There's always been that. We went through a period at Man United where going away to Southampton was an awful game for us. We had moments in the latter years of Fergie away at Stoke was a terrible game for us. It doesn't really mean Liverpool in the last 2 years have struggled consistently against Burnley. Does that undermine how good they were as champions? Bruv, you are honestly, this is where you show a distinct lack of football knowledge. Your system in the last few years has nullified Man United's a lot, and it's taken points away from us, and it's been hard for us. But it doesn't mean you're a better team. And it doesn't mean
your point actually makes you also bad because you're now saying, look how bad we are. You can't beat us. You shouldn't want that. Yeah. It's like you're praising how bad you are. That's why it makes no sense. You're not a benchmark of being quality. So it's just kind of like, why are you praising? Why are you being like, look how bad we are? You can't beat us. You shouldn't be happy.
Gal, what you should realistically, what you should have said is that in this past week, the reason why United won't be champions is because they've played against a team that was in 20th and a team that was in 10th. One managed by no, but it's true. No, but it's true. It's true. One managed by Arteta, the other managed by what's the geezer's name? Chris Wilder, and they've only collected 1 out of 6 points. That isn't good enough to be, David. That's not good enough to beat titles.
And that's what's bang on about us not being in the title race. We are not in the title race now. And I said I was waiting until after the Sheffield United game, and I extended it. I gave us a stay of execution because I wanted to see the response today. This last couple of games is why we won't win the league, and it's why the title race will be beyond us. Does it mean we have? But this is where Man United fans have got to be very, very careful. It doesn't mean that there's been no progression under Ollie, that we haven't improved. We are a better team this year than we were last year. The next step. It's these moments. It's these clutch moments, and in these games where we need to get better. And today, the Arsenal thing, the history of it was there, but today was more about bouncing back after that defeat. And what I saw, there was flashes where we went for it, and there were moments where there was no urgency, where the players were like, and in that last 3 minutes of injury time, what I saw was a team that went, let's not go for it now because we might lose. And until that's coached out of these players, until these players realize that isn't part of the Man United, I'd rather have lost today going for it than a point. By the way, I said that after the City game, and I said it after the Liverpool game. And
yeah, it's funny. Go, so carry on.
I would put a bet on, right? If we'd have gone for it properly in all 3 of them games, the worst cases would be 3 points worse off. But best case, we might.